Welcome to the world's fastest growing podcast that interviews random Todds and asks them unpredictable questions in a series of wacky segments.
Here at the Toddcast, we believe every Todd has a story, and we want to hear it.
All right. Hey, Todd, how are you doing today?
Fellas, what's good? What's happening?
Not too much. Just talking to a rando Todd. You know, it's a normal Saturday evening.
Yeah. Todds are a unique breed, man.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for taking the invitation from two strangers not named Todd to come on here and just talk and have fun, hopefully.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Once I learned that you guys are not Todds and you're like, we want to talk to people named Todds, I'm like, that's kind of cool, kind of creepy, but okay, let's roll.
It's controversial. I mean, it could go either way, but we try to keep it non-creepy as much as possible. We've been Toddless for way too long.
All right, so with that, we will hop right on into the first segment.
Once Upon a Todd.
All right, so Once Upon a Todd, this is your time to shine. Kind of drop. Who are you? What do you do? Just take it and run with it.
So, yeah, man, my name is Todd Dionne. I've been a Todd for 47 years.
Oh man,
and I'm trying to be a Todd for a whole lot longer, but you know. So, man, I grew up north of Detroit. I have a handsome twin brother. He's very good looking, probably well endowed. I can only imagine. God didn't bless me with great looks, but usually a quick wit. And I joined the Army when I was 18. I spent 8 years in the Army, traveled all over the world, been to 33 different countries, got out, got hired by the Detroit Police Department, figured that wasn't for me. I got into industry and started working as an engineer without a degree. And then I thought, well, I should probably get a degree. So I went to school. And I've always worked in quality. It's not sexy, man, but it pays the bills. And today I'm a director of engineering and quality for a medical manufacturer in Winston-Salem. Now, I lost my job in Detroit in 2008 like everybody else did. I was working in automotive. And I came down to North Carolina for an opportunity. At the same time, I got into radio. I started working for Asheville's 105.9 The Mountain and Mix 96.5 FM, where I was the weekend jock for about 7 years, man. And I just loved radio. And so when you guys reached out to me, this was a little reminiscent of that because, it's everything. It rocks 105.9 The Mountain. This is
that voice.
Yeah. You gotta put some stank on it or some butter.
That was stanky.
So, man, I did radio for a long time. And, after a while, people out in Haywood County were like, "Hey, man, would you DJ my sister's wedding?" And I was like, "Hold on, Billy Bob. I know you got 3 teeth and 2 of them in your pocket, but man, I'm down. Let's give it a go, baby." So I started Spinfire Entertainment, and man, first year we did like 14 weddings. Last year before the Rona, we did like 80. I mean, the company's growing, man. We have 165 5-star reviews on Google. We're the top rated DJ in Asheville, according to Google. Oh, and that's
all you need.
Yeah, I'm married. I got 5 kids. That's what I do. I spread my seed around the world. I named my son Todd. Oh, so yeah, that's good.
Keeping the Todd alive. That's good.
Well, you don't meet anybody. You don't meet any 3-year-olds named Todd.
Right. We need Todds in the future.
It's at some point you guys are going to run out of a show. Because the Todds are all going to be dead. They're going to be gone.
Well, you need to keep spreading that seed and naming Todds. It's on you.
I had a vasectomy like a long time ago, right?
You can get those reversed, I heard.
Well, I did when I married what's her name, right? So I married her, and then we had a reversal. That did not work. I already had 3 kids, and I adopted a little girl from China, and then she's like, "I want a baby." I'm like, so we did in vitro fertilization, and so I tried the reversal. That did not work. But after that, man, we we were blessed with Piper, who's now 3 in the next
nice.
room. And man, so I got a
Nice.
25-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 16-year-old, 9-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
You just
wow.
keep it unpredictable.
That's what I do.
It's like,
Yeah. But I'm 47, man. I feel most days I feel 27, act 17, probably at best. But it catches up with you a little bit. But yeah,
you got to stay young internally. So bringing it back to Billy Bob originally talking to you. How often do you play Cotton Eye Joe? Is that like the only song you play?
On loop.
It's just on loop. 36 times a wedding. It's just it's Cotton Eye Joe.
Haywood and Jackson County, absolutely, North Carolina. Yeah,
it's a mad jam.
It's all kiss your sister country out there, and it's. I do play Cotton Eye Joe, but I tell you what, man, it's never sucked. It's never like empty the dance floor at a wedding. It really hasn't.
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
Certified banger.
We're gonna keep that in mind.
Wow. What is the worst song you've had to play at a wedding? Is there a song that the bridegroom are like, yo, you got to play this, and you're probably like, let's not do it, but it failed.
For me, look, Toto. They went to Africa by Toto. Yeah,
I mean, that's a fire song.
It's a great song if you want to roll a J, you want to drink a beer, you want to drive a car, you want to but no one's
all together. Of course,
no one's dancing, no one's bumping and grinding to Toto in Africa. It's just not happening.
I mean, I would try it. I would have terrible form probably. If you were my DJ, I would request "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. Is that a bump and grind song?
That's a dance floor killer right there.
Yeah,
everyone's leaving.
Oh,
have you seen Michael dance, Brad?
No, I'm trying. I've tried my best to avoid it. So,
well, I actually have video on my website, spinfiredj.com.
Check it out.
You can see Brad there dancing, getting all kinds of crazy. He's a pretty good dancer. At the end of it, there's like some guy, and I don't know who he is at the wedding, but it's some guy doing like the wolf. Oh, he looks like Teen
nice.
Wolf.
Teen Wolf. Was it Michael J. Fox?
It was not Michael J. Fox. And I love Michael J. Fox.
Spin City. Back to the Future.
But before all of that, right, when he was in Family Ties, and then but lastly, he was in he was on a TV series. It wasn't Billions, but anyhow, he's a recent TV series. I'll have to figure it out which it was, but it's awesome. Yeah, Michael J. Fox is a solid character, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I mean, I don't know him personally, but like his characters I've always enjoyed.
Wow. So 80 plus weddings last year. What's kind of the craziest encounter you've had?
Okay, so there's always what I'll tell anybody is this: is that every wedding is the same, and that there's a kiss. After that, they're all very, very different, man. I've done Jewish weddings. I've done Greek weddings where they break 300 plates. I've done, you name it, right? And I guess I've seen there was a mother-son dance where mom was a little bit of a big girl, and she
just a little bit.
Inertia was like not on her side. She did a little spin maneuver and busted her wrist on the mother-son dance. I was like,
my!
How do you recover from that? But I find a way. But then I was doing this wedding out at Lake Lure, right? And I don't know where you guys live, man, but we're in the Asheville area. Lake Lure is where they film Dirty Dancing, right? So that's like a hot venue to do weddings. And so there was like this pissed off Russian guy. He was bald. He just looked like your typical Russian guy you see in the movies, right? Pants worn poorly with like some shit ass blue fabric. Anyhow, he's over there. He's like pushing some dude's wife. And the guy's like, he doesn't have enough stones in his sack to like take on, Ivan Drago, right?
Right.
And so, but the guy keeps pushing him, and the lady that goes to swing at him, she misses. But like the dude decks this lady. I was like, so dude, I'm like, ding ding. All I hear is like, Michael Buffer, right? So anyhow, the cops come. He punches out windows, and it's just got all kinds of crazy. But yeah, that's probably the craziest stuff, man.
That sounds pretty intense. We do not condone hitting women.
We do not. We love them.
Yes.
Very true.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, what happens is at weddings stays at weddings, except unless you go to jail, then you get charged for it later on. I don't think that rule applies.
Yeah, or unless it's recorded and posted on spinfire.dj's Instagram page.
Visit it.
No, you should avoid it. Just kidding. Check it out. All right, we will roll into the next segment, which is called
Quarantine. More like Borantine.
All right, so in this segment, we're talking about quarantine. We're living in crazy times. As you know, it sounds like this has affected your DJing life. So just kind of talk about, how's quarantine been for you? How's it changed your life? What's going on?
So man, it's I've really found something that my wife and I can do together that we enjoy. My wife's a couple years younger than me, 14.
She's not 14. She's 14 years younger, right?
She is.
The numbers threw me off. I was like, wait.
She is 14
Clarification.
years younger. Yeah, my junior.
Numbers matter.
So, and she's not from these parts here, and so we have a little bit of difference in things that we agree in or things that we enjoy. But we found fishing, man. Fishing's been like a thing for us in like the last ever since the Rona hit, man. We've been going out and. Man, even if we bought a paddle boat.
Oh, those are nice.
Well, yes and no, because we were shore fishing, right? We thought, okay, we'll just fish from the shore. It'll be just fine. And then we thought, wouldn't it be nice if we could get out on the water just a little bit, right?
Yep.
And so I'll just show you that picture right there.
Oh, that's a nice bluegill. That's a nice bluegill.
It's a freaking monster.
Yeah, it's pretty large. For the viewers, it's the size of a face. If you've seen a face. It's face size.
No, okay. So anyhow, so we started shore fishing, and it's like we'd like to be out of the water. So we said, let's get a boat, and we were at the store, and we saw this paddle boat. We said, yes, that's the deal. So we bought this paddle boat. It sounded like such a good idea at the time. Until listen, I'm like 220 pounds of pure man candy. I mean, and it's hard. Yeah. You get there, you paddle. You want to get out to the fish you're at. And you're like, And by the time I'm done with it, and so after so it's me, her, and the 3-year-old out on this paddle boat, and I'm done with it. And I said, never again. I did like 5 or 6 times, man. We sold it, but fortunately, we sold it for more than what we paid for because apparently there's a shortage of paddle boats in the world.
Oh, I did not know that.
But outside of that, man, I've been drinking more than regular, but with purpose, right? Because, so I love craft beer, being in the Asheville area for 8 years. And now we're in the Triad, Winston-Salem, Greensboro area, good beer is plentiful. It's
everywhere. Yeah.
Bingo. So, I bought a new house and it's got some acreage, and I never had a riding lawnmower ever, but dude, I'm out there. I got my boonie cap. I got a beard. I put a suicide knob on that tractor, man. And it's just a rider, but I call it a tractor.
Yeah.
But so my dad used to drink Miller High Life when I was a boy.
Champagne of beers.
It is a champagne. It's awesome. It says right on the label. So
it's delicious.
So I've been killing a 6-pack of that, and then going to cut my grass thereafter, right? We just wait for the sun to come down a little bit.
You have to do that.
So I was I had the deck, leaving the grass as tall as possible, right? Leaving the about 6. Yeah. And then I was trying to clean off the deck. I left it at 1, but I've been drinking. And I guess it's probably the only place where you can really drink and drive is in your own yard, cutting the grass. I was hammered drunk. And so I left it down in 1. I didn't know. And man, I took a 15-foot swath of grass out, dude, all the way to Mother Earth, man. But I've been hanging out in my yard and cutting the grass and drinking beer and throwing the frisbee to the dog and beating, just killing fish and having fun with the family, man.
That's good, man. I mean, so with the paddle boat, how are your quads right now? Do they look great?
Yeah. They're yeah.
Oh, he's showing us right now, and he's ripped. His quads are amazing.
You'd have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, top 5 quads I've ever seen.
The Todd quads.
Ooh, this guy. No, that's cool. I've been doing a lot of fishing and stuff lately. I think a lot of people have really radiated to the outdoors, and which helps a lot because I like the outdoors, but I was always inside a lot. But now that I'm stuck inside, I'm like, yo, let me out. So I go walk around. Me and my son go fish. Like it's good. It gives you a reason to get out.
So
rather than always trying to find a reason to stay in.
It's like, like going hiking like along the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'll take the car. I'll see it all a lot quicker. I'll meet you at the top. Right?
Take the private jet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to take a helicopter, whatever, man. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I go fishing because there's a chance I might catch something.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't really want to keep it. But my wife, like I said, my wife and my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law has been here from China since before Thanksgiving.
Oh wow!
She was supposed to go home a long time ago, but she cannot because
Oh no!
So, but it's kind of been a blessing. I mean, she's really sweet. The best thing is we can't talk to each other, and I mean, and so
that's the best thing.
That's great. But she really helps out with my daughter, or the 3-year-old, right?
Oh, that's perfect.
Because my regular 9 to 5 is I haven't missed a beat. I've been going to work every day,
Yeah.
But we got people at work that are working from home where they can. I don't know about you guys. You guys been working from home too?
Yep.
Yeah. Off and on. I've went in the office recently, but most of the time it's been from home.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm essential. I just want to put that out there.
No big deal.
Yeah,
Hashtag essential.
But like I said, my Monday through Friday shtick, man, I'm a director of quality for a medical manufacturer. We make stuff that goes inside people's bodies. We also make stuff for aerospace and automotive and telecommunications. So, we're keeping things moving on our end.
That sounds legitimately essential, though. So, like, that makes sense.
It really is. I mean, all jokes aside.
You try to play it off, but that's pretty cool. That's good stuff.
It is good stuff. It's a lot of fun. We got good people over there.
Cool.
All right. So I think we know what time it is.
It's time to prod Todd.
All right, you heard it. It's about time to prod Todd. This is where we fire off a series of random questions. You don't have to take it anywhere. We can sit and marinate sometimes, but this is really just off the top of your head. How are you feeling about it? So here we go. How do you feel about aliens?
Man, I think they're out there.
So how do you feel about them emotionally?
I mean, like as to have relations with them?
I
mean, if it was like, so listen, I'm not going to lie to you here. When I saw that movie, what was that movie with the blue people?
Avatar. Yes, that was a good movie.
Yes.
I see where you're going with it.
I would date her.
You just date, yeah.
So you feel pretty good about aliens.
Yeah. So it's real. All right.
What is your go-to fast food order?
So usually it's a number one at McDonald's. Side of extra with the side of like mayonnaise, with extra fat. But lately, I mean, all the guys at work want to get down with the Christian chicken. And I love some Chick-fil-A, man. But listen, I mean, honestly, have you had the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich?
It kills everything from Chick-fil-A.
It's
word on the street.
It's less. I mean, I'm not going to shoot anybody over it. I mean, that happens.
Yeah,
but
no. I saw a video of people getting body slammed over it. Like, I wouldn't shoot anybody, but like I would generally walk in and order one and consume it.
It's that kind of delicious. I mean, if somebody I'm not gonna like put hit anybody, but if somebody tripped and fell on their own accord, or I'm not gonna hate them.
Yeah, I will fashion a shiv out of a chicken bone, but like I wouldn't go too far. I would keep it rational, of course.
Yeah. That's where. But I've always loved McDonald's. But the thing is like, I remember as a kid, like the Big Mac was like the size of your head.
Yeah, it was like eating a freaking tire.
Yeah, and now it's like it's like two chicken nuggets stacked on top of it.
But like, how do you feel after you eat McDonald's? Because like I take that last bite of McDonald's and I'm like, why did I just do that to myself? Do you feel like that, or are you proud?
I feel like let's back it up and do it again.
You're an animal.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever done it?
Oh, dude, I've had like 3 Big Macs in a sitting.
Oh man,
seriously, dude, I can do it. I can do it.
That's man stuff right there.
Yeah, you guys should try it. It's man stuff.
I'll try it out. I may not be on this podcast for too much longer, but we'll try it out.
How many Big Macs can you eat in one sitting? That's the real question.
And can we record it?
I would tell you that if it was just Big Mac with no fries and not a lot of drink, I could probably do 4 Big Macs.
Ooh.
Yo, when I eat a Big Mac, I'm like, okay, this is good. Like, I eat it. I hate myself for doing it, but I'm happy that I'm doing it until I eat the last bite.
Yeah.
So with that being said, who would win in a fight? A shoe or a shirt?
Oh, let's see. Are they empty shoes and shirts?
You make the rules here. We give you the foundation. You build the house.
So, yes, this is a unique question. Listen, I've got to go with a shoe because a shoe has a hard sole, sometimes a pointed tip. You know, a shirt is, it's a floppy thing. It's a wet noodle. So, yeah.
Same.
A shirt's never kicked anyone's ass. No one's ever got their ass kicked because they wore a shirt. There's been lots of asses kicked with a shoe.
You know what?
That's true.
That's insightful.
That was incredibly insightful.
Keep it going. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. This should be another insightful question. Would you rather have a third eye or a third arm?
Oh, dude, I would have a third arm in a minute. Yeah, a third arm, absolutely. What would I do with a third eye? I mean, I've got 2, and even with one, it's not a bad gig. I mean, I can get by. With a third arm, dude, there's no telling what kind of shit I can get done.
Yeah, but if you had a third eye, where would you put it?
Oh, dude, I put it straight in the back of my head.
Okay, I think that's the stereotypical one. I think I would put it on like the back of my hand so I can move it around like a sonar. Next question: how do you make nachos?
I go to the grocery store and I pick them off the shelf. Yeah, actually, today I made 2 quesadillas though. Today,
what was inside of them?
Queso, just cheese, shredded cheese, man. But then I backed it up with a side of sour cream and some salsa verde. Have you guys ever had like that super hot Korean capsaicin sauce?
It sounds intense.
Oh, yes.
So do you guys like hot stuff?
Yes.
Get it on Amazon. Find it's like the Korean. It's like pure hell in a bottle. But you put a little dab will do you. You put it on your cream cheese, eat it up, dude. Your mouth's on fire. It's all good.
That sounds good. So you buy nachos off the shelf.
I've never made nachos, man.
Typical Todd move.
Classic Todd.
Classic Todd.
Have you guys ever heard of you guys remember George Carlin?
Yes. All right.
He's got a shtick called "Guys Named Todd." Have you ever heard of it?
I've not.
We should.
Write it down.
I need to get in it.
You guys more than anybody should watch this because because of the name of your show. But really,
Todd enthusiast.
George Carlin. The bit is called "Guys Named Todd." So yeah.
After this, I know what we're doing.
Yeah. I'll stay up till 4 a.m. watching that. Let's go.
All right. The best book you've ever read.
Instruction manual for writing lawnmower.
Yeah. I mean, the best book. Well, I've read some pages of the Bible. It's one of my life goals to read the Bible.
Okay.
Awesome. But you know what? Honestly, I'm not a big reader. Okay. I hate reading. Let me see if I had to really tell you honestly what book. I haven't read a book for pleasure since I was probably in grade school. Honestly. Did
you read for pleasure back then?
Or
did you read because you had to?
No, you had to read a book, right? You had to read Fahrenheit 451 or something like that.
Yeah.
Killing Mockingbird.
I guess I did read like the Dan Brown books, like Digital Fortress and the Da Vinci Code, and there was another one.
Oh, that was a good book.
So those were good books, right? But I don't have the time with the wife, 4 kids. I don't stop moving, man. All I ever do is work. I work, and when I'm done working, I sleep and I get back up and I work again.
What you need to start doing is get audiobooks while you're out there whipping the lawnmower around.
I was doing it today. I was cutting it now. I fashioned this thing on the back of my lawnmower, and it's a lawn striper. Have you guys ever heard of it? Okay.
No.
So like, how you go to the baseball field, you go to the ballpark, you see all those cool lines on the grass going this way.
Yeah.
But how should they lay down those cool lines on your?
Oh, that's sweet.
So that's what I've been doing. So I was out there doing that today. But while I was doing that, I got these Beats by Dre on. That's not a plug, by the way. But they're so good, man. But I'm out there. And my go-to while I'm cutting the grass is I'm listening to Live, like the Throwing Copper album. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, by the band Live.
Oh no,
that's kind of like my jam, though.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, so I guess I'm going to take a little off topic here. So with that being said, how do you feel about captions? Do you use captions for a movie or a show?
Always.
Always?
Well,
so you don't like reading books, but you'll read a video product.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing, right? You have kids, right?
Yes, I have kids.
Michael, you got kids?
0.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? When you have 5 kids and you're trying to watch something and you're in the middle of watching something, you're going to miss it. You get tired with the clicker of rewinding it and, whatever. If you have the words there and the kids are getting all kinds of crazy, you can just read it and then you can pick it up. But everything I watch on, like when I'm watching my Netflix, everything I'm watching, it's got the subtitles on it.
Oh,
Always.
So that's I definitely understand that with having 5 kids. I would disappear. Yeah, that's crazy. So I guess with that being said, would you rather all of your thoughts be narrated by Gilbert Gottfried or have Morgan Freeman narrate your thoughts aloud for everyone to hear? So Gilbert Gottfried, he narrates it, but only you can hear it. Morgan Freeman narrates it and everyone can hear it. But your thoughts are out there.
Yeah, so I would love to have Morgan Freeman narrate my thoughts in my head, but I'm going to have to go with Gilbert Gottfried because the stuff that I'm thinking at the time is going to, you
get locked up, put away.
Yeah. You're in line somewhere, right? And there's some fool in front of you, and you just want to let them know what planet stupid they're from. Did they drink a whole bottle of stupid before they came to the store today? But yeah, Gilbert Gottfried in my head.
Do you think they would embrace it a little more if Morgan Freeman said it to them?
Yeah, would it soften the blow?
My friend Andy Dufresne was a friend of mine.
Is it Sean Connery?
Sean Connery.
I feel like I was watching freaking this movie with Nicolas Cage. What is that?
The Rock.
The Rock. That was a gem.
So here you are behind some lady. You're like, Morgan Freeman's like, I wish she'd get the shit out of my way, But, and then she looks at you like, oh, are you talking to me? She'd think you were some type of nice Southern gentleman.
Yeah,
you just told her to get her shit out of the way.
Right. Morgan Freeman, he could say anything to anyone, and they'd be like, you know what? That makes sense. I understand.
I'm picking up what you're laying down, man.
Yeah, but I think I'm the same way. Like some of the stuff I think doesn't need to be narrated by anybody. It should never leave my head.
All right. So that's going to roll us right into the next segment.
What if Todd was one of us?
All right. So in this segment, we're going to give you a scenario that one of us has been through. And, we want to see how would Todd have reacted. So this one is from me. So I've been with my company for a little over 2 years now. And there's someone that has called me Stuart. And, my name's Michael. And I've corrected him multiple times with no success. I've just accepted that my name is now Stuart. So what would you have done in this situation? And how long should I keep correcting him? How do I get out of this?
Don't get out of it. Stay with it. Let it roll. But role play the hell out of this, man. Stew it up, man. I mean, seriously. It'd just be like, send an emails from you, but like type Stuart at the bottom of it.
Change my signature just for him.
Or you can write your name, Michael, also AKA Stuart.
Yeah.
I'd have fun with them.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, you could steal his car and he'd be like, Stuart stole my car. No one would know.
Oh, this is true.
No, I would absolutely play it up, dude. And I'd be like, this guy thinks my name is Stuart.
It's so weird. Like that's happened to me a couple of times in the past, and I've just let it go. I've continued to I've lived that life. Whatever you call me is now my name. Like It feels weird. Like 3 years later, I'm like, no, my name's not Brett, it's Brad. But yours is in this situation is what, Stuart?
Yeah, it wasn't even close. It's not like I
can understand Brad. Like they admittedly in their mind was like, screw this guy's name. I'm renaming him. His parents did a terrible job.
I don't even know where he got it from.
Yeah. So, it's like, so I work with a lot of people and I don't know everybody's name. I know their faces and there's just a lot of people there. I'm like, what's up, guy? Hey, fella.
Yeah.
What's up? It's a sport,
Old buddy, old pal.
it's hard. I mean, I can't remember. Listen, I've got the memory of like a goldfish. I mean, honest to God. I mean, if I see something shiny, I'm like a ferret. Forget about it. I mean, it's got to be in the moment, right? I have I like know 2 jokes ever. I've heard a million, but I know 2 because I can't remember them. And my wife hates this about me. She's like, "You don't remember anything." I'm like, "Yeah, I remember he came home."
Oh,
There you go. That's all,
that's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need.
All right, so now it's time for a segment called
Oh my, Todd.
All right, and in this segment, oh my Todd, we want to reach out to you and find out. We've all made mistakes, you know that. But what is your most embarrassing mistake that you're willing to share with us right now?
So, all right, so I've thought about this a little bit, and I'll tell you that it's maybe not a mistake as much as it is, and it kind of goes hand in hand with your Stewart comment. So, like I told you, I did radio.
Yeah.
And people often hire me because they know I work in radio, so that you're going to get like a professional. So that's kind of cool. And when I go to like the wedding festivals and I try to sell myself as to why they should hire me, because I said, well, I've been a radio personality, I've been a professional. This is why you should hire me. So great. So I'm doing the wedding, and the groom gets the microphone, and he's doing his toasts. And he's going on, and he wants to give a shout out to me. He's like, and there's my buddy, Todd, Twisted Todd. He thinks I'm Twisted Todd, but the thing is that I'm not. Twisted Todd is at 93.3 The Planet in Greensville. He thought he was hiring Twisted Todd, not regular Todd from Back Mountain. And he was a big fan of the other guy. He thought I was just like, all I did is like, I just waved and hey, how you doing, everybody? And it was like, Twisted Todd, it's awesome, man. It's good to see you. I'm like, what's up, bro?
Yeah, that's me.
I just rolled with it. I was like,
you have to.
Yeah. What am I going to do? At the wedding, I'm going to correct and say, I'm sorry. Well, the thing is, they left. I got like a $300 tip, and it's all good.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things where I'm not proud of, but I just got to roll with it. But they still had a great time.
Yeah. At this point, they loved what Twisted Todd gave them, not knowing that really Twisted Todd was not even there.
Yeah, just regular Todd.
Did you sign any autographs?
I did not. Well, when I get in autograph mode, you got to look out. You got to be careful.
Signing babies, signing faces, signing areas we won't talk about.
Oh my. Well, that is a fantastic story. I love it. And now it's time for one of our favorite games.
That's odd, Todd.
All right, so that's odd, Todd. This is a segment where we have asked you to prepare 2 truths and 1 lie about yourself. And Brad and myself will try to decipher which one is the lie. So take it away. Give us those three things.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from this guy.
All right, so have you guys ever seen the Hunger Games?
Yes.
Yes. They filmed the segments in Asheville. So I was an extra in the movie The Hunger Games. Okay. Also, I have scaled the Great Wall of China.
Oh man.
Also, I was an intelligence operative. God, I can't say the word. Army intelligence operative, and also trained with the French Foreign Legion for about a year. So 3 things.
All right.
Did you mispronounce that last one to try and trick us?
Yeah. So the last one again was Army intelligence operative, trained by the French Foreign Legion.
So, I mean, if I was just a listener hearing your voice, I would believe that last one. You have an Army intelligence, whatever you just said, in your voice. Like I feel like that's true.
Here's the thing. Now I don't know when he scaled the Great Wall of China.
Do people scale the Great Wall of China?
Like, I mean, did you climb the side of it, or you just saw like you walked up it?
Yep, I walked along it.
Okay, walked along. Okay.
I was picturing him like freaking just going up the side of it.
So we heard it about the paddle boat. He can't get 10 feet away from the shore without being out of breath. So that one's a little questionable for me, but it's not totally unrealistic. We all know
he wasn't in a paddle boat. He was using his actual legs. The paddle boat is what like really killed his legs.
He was in a movie. I mean, I can believe that. He's entertainment industry a little bit, outside of the old quality engineering.
I feel like he's a Jennifer Lawrence stunt double, so they would obviously put him in the movie. He's some J-Law features.
Is uncanny.
Dang. So it was.
Brad, you gotta.
I'm leaning towards the Great Wall of China one. I don't even know if he's been to China.
His mother-in-law's from China. Here we go.
Ooh,
we got that tip earlier. So he's been to China. And I feel like when in China, you got to go there. You got to do the touristy thing once or twice. I don't know how many times one does that. I believe that one.
All right.
I like the skeptic.
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to lock that one in as I think that's why.
Okay. I'm locking in the operationative.
Look at it. Smiley little face down there.
As pronounced. What was that one again? It was you were trained by the French something?
French Foreign Legion.
Okay.
Is that a made up thing? All right. So I've locked in China.
I'm locking in that one. The third one.
The French. All right. So
what was it?
So I have traveled to 33 different countries.
Ooh.
And I've been to China 4 times, and I've scaled and climbed the Great Wall of China.
Oh, all right, damn it!
I'm still in it. All right.
I spent 8 years in the Army. I spent about several months being trained in France by the French Foreign Legion, and I became a certified French commando, which is a special operative, and I worked in Army intelligence and also attended the Drill Sergeant Academy. I was not in the Hunger Games.
Dang it! And see, us. We should have picked that up, but like that one was so off the wall, not like the Great Wall, but like the actual wall that it seemed like a truth. And I remember the Army thing coming up earlier, and I forgot about China. Like I forgot his stepmom or his mother-in-law's from China. All right, so congrats on not being in that movie.
Yeah. But believe me, I would not want to be in the movie.
Was it actually filmed in Asheville?
It was, yeah. There was
okay.
So you're just lying.
No, it's true. It's all like I actually worked for a company that bought or leased one of the film locations was an abandoned factory, and then one of the companies I worked for picked up and leased that building. There was still remnants of like from the tree scene when they were up in the tree in the first movie. That was actually filmed in that factory.
Oh, all right. Well, dropping some Todd bombs on us. That's cool.
That's what I do.
So the last segment here we've got is called
In Todd We Trust.
All right, Todd. You've gained our trust throughout this. So go ahead and give a piece of advice to the Todd Squad out there. What can they learn from you?
So, I think about this all the time, and I think about, especially when I'm talking to my kids, and I try to make them understand that you don't get it back. You get one time, you get one lap, and everything counts. So make it special, make it unique, and I don't mean that. It's not just generic for me. I don't just say that because it sounds like the thing to say. I mean, I really mean it. I mean, I'm 47 years old. Both my parents have passed on about 8 years ago. And so when you see your parents, pass on, it gives you a sense of mortality that maybe you've never known.
Right.
And you expect it with your grandparents, but with your parents, you're like, especially at a young age, and not to be a Debbie Downer, but man, I tell you, it just gives you a sense of mortality. And what it's done for me is it's given me a sense of appreciation that I am trying to drink in every moment. I'm not trying to drink every moment. I'm trying to drink in. I'm trying to, although sometimes that happens, man.
Yeah, you got to. I'm
trying to tell my children that, listen, do something special, make it unique, because you only get one lap. It's never coming back. And I think about when I was 20, thinking, what was I doing when I was 20? I think about what I'm doing now. And I remember being like 8 years old. You got to be so cool to be 20 years old. And now I'm 47. I'd do anything to be 8 years old again.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, that's just kind of where it's at, man. Just live in the moment, enjoy it, plan for tomorrow, but don't count on it. I mean, get shit done today. Enjoy it today. Don't delay happiness. And you see that as a bumper sticker, man. I really mean it. I feel that way.
Yeah.
The difference being is that my wife and we're at different stages in our life because she's younger than I am. So that's a struggle for me. But I don't let it. I don't let it change. What I'm going to do.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Whew.
It's deep.
That was nice.
Yeah. I wish I had the wisdom. I mean, hire the world's best DJ. SpinfireDJ.com. We get a quick plug in here. But
we'll get another plug here in a second. And thanks for that piece of wisdom. And now
it's time to give a nod to Todd.
All right. So thank you, Todd, for coming on the Toddcast. All you Todd Squad members, go out there, check out Todd on his Instagram at spinfire.dj or on his website, spinfiredj.com. Any other plugs, Todd?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see like one of the world's best dancers, right?
No.
You can see Michael himself there dancing right on my website, spinfiredj.com. You can see our videos. It's with purpose that we're one of the top rated DJs in Asheville. Asheville happens to be one of the top rated wedding destinations in the country. If both of those things are true, that makes me one of the best wedding DJs in the country. So
no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing the math. I'm picking up 1 and 2, and making some math, and I'm just making some shit happen. It's great. So yeah, I enjoy doing it, and I'd almost do it for free if it wasn't so much fun. But
yeah, I can back that comment up. He was definitely one of the best DJs I have ever witnessed. So that was a lot of fun. So if you're getting married, who knows what day you're having a dance floor again. But if you're in the Asheville area, Winston-Salem area, greater North Carolina area, hit up Spinfire DJ. He's the man. So if you guys know any Todds, have them reach out to us on Instagram or email us at thetodcastpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at thetodcastpod and subscribe wherever you find podcasts. I'm Michael.
I'm Brad.
And he's Todd.